let's talk about Christopher Nolan here, right? Because Nolan,
All right, I'm interested.
yeah, he's one of the best filmmakers of all time, I would argue, right? Maybe not The Dark Knight Rises, but
I agree. He's the type of filmmaker that a new project he has that comes out, it's on my radar. I'm interested.
Yeah, I haven't seen.
Doesn't
Dunkirk,
mean that he's flawless or anything. I'm sorry. What was that?
Oh, I haven't seen Dunkirk yet, but I need to.
I haven't either, but I've seen pretty much every movie he's made. I was going to say going back to Memento, but I actually watched that weird black and white movie that he did before that even. So I think Dunkirk's the only one I missed. Any of them are always going to have something interesting, even if you find flaws or problems with them or whatever. They're always going to be interesting, smart, challenging. Anyways, go ahead.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. He's definitely like a filmmaker's filmmaker. And a lot of people love him for that, which is why, he right now is kind of making this push to urging the country to keep movie theaters alive. Now, this is probably a bit self-serving, to be fair, because he does have Tenet on the horizon, and he probably wants to make sure that, people actually get a chance to see it. But it does say here that with thousands of theaters shut down across the country due to the Bud Light pandemic, filmmaker Christopher Nolan urges people to show their support when they reopen. In an essay for the Washington Post, he calls movie theaters a vital part of social life that not only provides entertainment, but also jobs for many people. Well, yeah, like when I talk about the entertainment industry and I talk about people who are like boots on the ground, like you're generally your infantry soldiers, that's all movie theater people, right? They keep that stuff flowing, they keep it moving, and they never get any love, by the way. They never get any love. Now, I say that as a person who's spent a long time working for theaters, so like I'm clearly biased in my approach to that particular train of thought. But I'm
aware of your history.
You know my history, yeah. You know where I worked, and so, but I still support theaters. I support the workers. Now, what I love it here is it goes on to say Nolan, whose new movie Tenet is due July 17th, has always preferred the traditional theatrical experience. He was once critical of Netflix, saying their straight-to-subscriber process was mindless, but later called the streaming giant revolutionary. Yeah, I wonder why he did that. Really wonder why he did that. Now, he goes on to say here, as Congress considers applications for assistance from all sorts of affected businesses, I hope that people are seeing our exhibition community for what it really is, a vital part of social life. These are places of joyful mingling, where workers serve up stories and treats to the crowds that come to enjoy an evening out with friends and family. As a filmmaker, my work can never be complete without those workers and the audiences they welcome. Well, then he would probably be all on board of a minimum wage raise, right? For theater employees, that maybe or maybe a studio's taking less of a cut in order to facilitate that raise. I don't know. I mean, people work for a minimum wage, are the backbone of what he's talking about here, but where's their love? Because I don't, a lot of these people, I don't know if they're going to get back pay. Right? These theaters are going to ask for money, but I don't know if they're going to give that money to the workers who aren't working. I know that the drive-in, the Santee Drive-In, which is where I worked at, that's closed down. They were hoping to reopen for Mulan on Friday. I had to break that news to them. That wasn't fun, and they're like, well, they don't know when they're going to reopen. And these people who work there, this is like their job. This is what their livelihood, and they're not getting any compensation.
Did you ever go to the Ken movie theater in Kensington here in San Diego?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. Did you see that that's closing down?
Yeah, I saw, but that's closing down completely, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one. Is that the one that's in Hillcrest, or is that the one that's off of I want to say like the 805?
805, yeah.
No, it's actually the one's the single screen?
No, it's east of the 15
right.
on Adams.
Oh no, I love that one, man. I saw like Fido there. I saw Night Watch there. I saw like the Big Lebowski there. Like they did a screening. I love that theater, man.
They always do Midnight Madness screenings of cult classics. That's probably when they did the Lebowski.
And I also saw Valentine's Day.
Dude, I met Tommy Wiseau there.
Yeah,
I met Tommy Wiseau there.
The Room, yeah. I never saw The Room when they took it there, but I saw it at the Sunset in LA. So I saw it like where it originated, the midnight shows. That's my humble brag. But no, that sucks. That
I was late to the game. I'll admit. to
So
the
was
game.
I. A friend of mine took me from San Diego to LA to go see it. Like that's how. Like he was like, you got, yeah. Like let's get drunk and go watch The Room. And I'm like, all right, cool. But no, this is the thing. Is like those theaters are good. Like those single, like those those type of houses, man. Like those are the ones that need your support. Like Regal, AMC, Cinemark. Look, they bring the new shit. That's cool. That's fine. But those older places, those are the ones where you get to enjoy that. Those are what the government should be helping out, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's kind of a little scary to see what they're going to be facing.
Yeah. Damn it. I love that theater too. God damn it. Anyway, I mean, it happens.
I've seen The Room there. Like I said, I was late to the game, but in the last 2 years, I've seen The Room there at least 3 or 4 times. And I've caught Tommy there, I think, twice.
The last time I was there was in 2009 on Valentine's Day when they showed a 3D porno. And Adrian, his girlfriend at the time, I forget her name. My girlfriend and we all went to go see it.
I know her name. You don't have to.
Yeah. Before Sarah, I think Sarah was even there with us too. But anyway, yeah, we saw that all together. We all went and saw 3D porno together on Valentine's Day. My girlfriend did not quite know. We had just started dating at the time. She did not quite know what she was in for with dating me. And then she was like, what the hell did we watch? And I'm like, well, we watched a movie where the moral of the story was anal kills. So, like that was our experience with that. But it's such a, oh God, I love that theater. Damn it. Anyway, this again, reminiscing about our hometown theaters. This is what like movie lovers are about. We all have memories of certain places. Anyway, so movie theater owners around the country are hoping that Congress takes emergency measures to give financial relief to the industry. The National Association of Theater Owners has asked for loan guarantees to help cover costs while no tickets are being sold, and for tax benefits to give support to employees. So they want tax benefits to give support. What does that even mean, right? Like, is it full pay? Is it health coverage? They really they gotta unionize in that area just because it's theater employees they deal with the public, they deal with so much crap and they get paid so little. Now he does say here that the past few weeks have been a reminder that if we needed one, that there are parts of life that are far more important than going to the movies. But when you consider what theaters provide, maybe not so many of you, not so many as you might think. Which, look, I don't disagree with him on that one. Again, as we were just kind of reminiscing about the Ken in San Diego, I'm sure everyone listening to this right now completely has that same reminiscing about their favorite theaters, right? About like going and seeing a midnight show of a movie or going and seeing the first screening of a movie or movie that really spoke to you. And that's why we love movies. It's not just what we see, right? It's the experience. It's always about the experience. Movie theaters are about that. And nowadays everything's been pushed to like the IMAX, the 4D screens, the recliners. It's the experience has changed fundamentally because of our access to it, but at the same time our love of that for diehard cinephiles, though that's still there. That ain't going anywhere. And yeah, man, like that's I feel bad. I haven't gone to the movies as much recently in the last like 2 years. I barely went last year at all, right? Like not even once a month. Like I would go, like there was a couple I'd go see here and there, but I never really went. And it's just like that bothers me as a huge movie buff who spent 14 years working in theaters. Like I love going, and it's like I just barely went. And I wait for them to come on home video, which is just like not the same experience. Anyway. Finishing up here, he says, when this crisis passes, the need for collective human engagement, the need to live and love and laugh and cry together will be more powerful than ever. The combination of that pent-up demand and the promise of new movies could boost local economies and contribute billions to our national economy. We don't just owe it to the 150,000 workers of this great American industry to include them and those we help. We owe it to ourselves. We need what movies can offer us. And I do very much agree with that, actually. I very much agree with that. When you think about what we get out of that, right? And I'll give you this prime example. June 1998, I had got my first job working at a movie theater, and I was working the Friday Saving Private Ryan came out. And I remember the very first screening of that movie. We had predominantly the older audience, and they were, because these are people who had gone to we've been in World War II, and they walked out of that movie dead silent, right? Like some of them were weeping, some of them were crying, but they were just dead silent, all contemplating what they had just witnessed. Now, keep in mind, none of us who were there, we were all teenagers. None of us were alive, when World War II. We 40 years past World War II, right?
Right.
And so we had no understanding of what this movie had how it impacted them. And then I saw it and I kind of got a little bit of it because like the movie's intense and it's so good. But like, how it impacted those people has stuck with me now for 22 years almost. And it's a reminder of the power of cinema. It's a reminder of the power of film. And that becomes a key factor in this. And that's why I do support what Nolan here is saying, as well as Edgar Wright, who's making very similar claims.
Yeah, I just think back. The first thing I thought of as you're going through that story was Avengers Endgame. Because we've all got great audiovisual systems at home these days, but going to that movie, the experience of watching that movie in the theaters with the crowds was one of the most amazing theatrical experiences I ever went through. I mean, it was just this culmination of what had been building in the Marvel MCU, and the crowd was just so into it, and every like big moment, it was just you could hear people cheering, and you could just feel the energy in that room. It was just an amazing experience, and I think there's some validity to that it's part of the experience. Yes, you can still enjoy a movie just as well at home, but there is something special about that communal viewing, the communal experience together. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I completely agree, and so I really hope that in the next few months, as I think people being cooped up at home, they're going to be at first maybe all right, cool, tons of Netflix, but after a while they're going to remember why they love going to the theaters. And with any luck, they'll get the support they need. The employees will get the support they need, and then they'll be able to get back to it. And it will be a thriving business once again.